Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another Path of Exile video. In this one, it's going to be about tips and tricks, not only for brand new players, but also possibly for some returning players. But before we begin, I just want to remind that I hope everyone is happy holidays. I do stream every day on Kick. I'll be streaming sometimes this game, Baldur's Gate 3, which I spent about 7 hours playing with my friends, so yeah. I do have my own Discord. All the links is down in the description. And if you want to support the channel and help it out, do join a channel membership. It's only 99 cents and it will mean a lot. Right? Although that said, let's get into the video. One of the very first things is save all the currency, Especially if you have a stash tab for currency, save it all. Be it blacksmith whetstones, armor scraps, portal scrolls, wisdom scrolls, doesn't matter. Save it all because it will be useful. No, it really sucks when you're in the map or you're doing something out in the campaign and you don't have a portal scroll to portal out. Or if you pick up a job, you might think it might be good and you can't identify it because you don't have a scroll of wisdom. Or in terms of a whetstone, if you got a weapon and you can quality, getting it more, well, damage. I don't need it for this one because my damage is different, but for armor scraps, getting a little bit more armor, like I'm normally be getting 400 or 403, but now with quality it's a lot more, you know so yeah, save all those currency. It is really useful. And then if you have a lot of those currency, you can even put them on a trade and make some money, kind of like sell that money for, or sell that currency for chaos orbs, divine orbs, whatever you need, right? Another thing, speaking of some of the currency, is make sure you use your whetstones and armor scraps to quality your armors and weapons. And in terms of flask, glass blower bubbles are huge. So for flask, if it's and for equipment, for gear, if it's unique, you get only one quality per whetstone or armor scrap or glass blower bubble. Right? If it's a rare, I believe it's also one. If it's a blue, it's two. I need to work on this one. I'll do it here. And if it's a basic one, common, it's 5. Right? So I'll utilize my flask. As you can see, it consumes 16 charges and lasts 8 seconds. Right? Now, for every 2 quality, it adds 0.20 seconds. Right? And once I call it to 20, it'll go from 8 seconds to 9.6 seconds, which might not seem like a lot, but it is, Same for all my flasks. Need to get mana up, but it's not as huge, right? So that's what also help. And for your gear, for whetstones and armor scraps, also help increase the chance of getting your stuff 6 socket and 6 link. Oh, right? If it's above item level 50, which you can see, or 50 and above, it can 6 socket, 6 link, right? And having higher quality gives it a little bit more chance of having that happen, right? So make sure you do that, right? Tip number 3, while doing a campaign, make sure you do this little side quest, right? Some of them, at least for the first time, until you figure out or find the website or Google which ones are worth it and which ones aren't, because especially if you're a brand new player, you might get an equipment that you wouldn't have, right? Or you, if you're doing it, you will be able to get, for example, can't really find it, like this one, like in Act 6, if I defeat, there you go, Charlie, the puppet master, I get a skill point, So you can get a free skill point by doing some of those side quests, and you can also get a free respec or 2 refund points, 1 or 2, and that's helpful, especially if you're going to be refining those points, switching from a leveling version of your build to more later mid game, eventually to end game. So you might need those points, and getting the free skill points is also massive. And during that, you also have labyrinth, things, so you want to do those, right? That's tip number 3, right? Tip number 4, when you pick up stuff, right? If it drops special colors or you might think it's worth it, make sure you keep your portal and wisdom scroll on you so you can identify that stuff. But if it's not good, don't sell it. Oh, you picked up and you think it's good, but you know, oh, it's unique, that's not worth it, right? I'm using this one as an example. Because if I sell it, normally, boom, I'm only getting one scroll fragment, right? So you don't want to do that because you'll be missing on quite a lot of currency, right? If I identify and now sell, look at that. I'm getting some alchemy orbs and some alteration orbs. Maybe different for other pieces of gear as well, right? Be it blue or, you know, rare or unique, it will have its own cost. So make sure you identify that stuff, you know, because you're gonna get a little bit more from vendoring. It is huge, right? Tip number 5, right? If you get something that you might think is worth money, you can do a couple things, right? And obviously, if you can sell, you can go to, if you're on Xbox, you can press start, go over here, make sure you select trade or global, you know, and you have it here now. Then you would go to your item that you want, and then you hold left trigger, or not left trigger, sorry, left joysticks, and then press B. It will link that item. Then you go back to chat, press X to edit the message and ask, price check, I'm new to the game, whatever, and then you send it, and then people can tell you. But if you don't really want to go off there, order them out, because some might be tricking you to, you know, to get a better deal, or you know, buy it from you and resell it for a higher price. What you can do is in your stash, you hold the left joystick and you press Y, right? So I'll use it on here, and then it will show that's that specific item with the prices. Like, oh, I got this flask, it's worth, you know, a lot of money. Boom, somebody could have told me it's worth 1 or 2 divines and I would have not gotten as much money. So you can do that, which will be massive for you to be able to make money. Okay? Now, if you do have any more tips or questions or tricks or whatever that you want to tell new people, or new people, if you have any questions, do let me know down in the comments or down in Discord. You know, always helpful, always try to do my best. If I don't know the answer, I know a bunch of my good friends who know the answer will be able to help. But with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one, and bye bye.